Afternoon, guys. How is your day? Had somewhat of a slow day at work today. Not too bad. Nothing really on fire right now, so we'll take advantage of the slow days when we get them. Heading over to Stretches right now for another round of cleaning and prepping and getting ready for this weekend's work on the Chevy Aveo. Should have that thing running, I would assume, by sometime Saturday. So looking forward to that. Not as much as my wife's looking forward to it, but looking forward to getting it done anyways. Nearly finished with the last book in the Hunger Games series. As I said before, the story's really good. Pretty happy with it. We'll probably read it again, like I said, so check that out. I listened to Sirius XM, which is a satellite radio thing. I don't know how many of you are familiar with it or have it, but I love the fact that there's no commercials on it. But I listen to this hard rock station, and one of my favorite DJs, or whatever you call them nowadays, a guy by the name of Grant Random, he made a comment the other day about the new Metallica song that has just been released, Lords of Summer, I believe it is. Well, it hadn't been released, it had, leaked out or whatever, and people were begging him to play it, and he was like, well, we don't have it, and we probably won't have it for a while, blah, blah, blah. And that was yesterday, and this morning he goes, okay, well, I take that back, we've got it. So I got to listen to that today, and it's not too bad. It's not on level with old Metallica, which, I'm of the old Metallica camp, but it's not bad. By old Metallica, I mean anything earlier than the Black Album. The Black Album wasn't a bad album per se, but it wasn't to the level of what they were capable of making. My favorite album's And Justice for All, in case anyone's interested. The early albums had a lot of energy. They were complete albums. They were musically, they were deep. And then things just started getting more commercial and more shallow the later they got. So I think And Justice for All was their peak. Black Album was still good, but it was definitely on the downward track. So that's my opinion. I like cats a lot, but we have far too many cats at my house. We have a couple of cats that live outside that we consider to be our pets, and so we feed them, but then there's a group of like 15 feral cats that also hang around, and some of them will let you approach them, some of them will let you approach them, some of them won't, and it's gotten out of hand. I mean, my freaking garage smells. The insulation and ceiling stuff in the stairwell to the attic is not as thick as elsewhere in the house, and you can smell it in the stairwell now too, just because the path between the garage and the attic is mostly open, and it's just a bad situation. We're gonna have to take care of it. I don't really want to capture the cats and take them to a shelter or anything like that, because then they'll just get killed. But man, it's just gotten out of hand. We're trying to capture the females and get them spayed, so that way we don't have more kittens and make the problem worse. But it's out of hand. So if any of you wants a cat and are local, come to my house. You can have as many of them as you want. My oldest son has been watching the TV show Heroes on Netflix, and from the little bits and pieces that I've seen of it, it looks like something that I probably am going to have to sit down and watch one of these days. I don't usually sit down to watch stuff. I haven't really sat down to watch a full series on Netflix since Battlestar Galactica, if that tells you anything, which, by the way, Battlestar Galactica is absolutely fantastic. Recommend that to everybody. The series is amazing. Even for people that aren't sci-fi, my wife's not a big sci-fi fan, but she was like sucked into it. And they've got some parts where, you know, it starts to get a little bit dull and soap opera-y and stuff like that, but it's a really, really, really good series. Well, I think that'll be it. So you guys have a good day. Thanks for liking and sharing and commenting, yada, yada, yada. Thanks for subscribing to my channel, and as always, thanks for watching my damn video.